Bro, can I share something with you? This isn't a lesson I've already learned. This isn't me sitting here pretending I've figured everything out. This is something I'm walking through right now. Next week, I'm traveling overseas for work, and over the past few months, I've reconnected with a girl I've known for years through social media. We've never actually met. We've just known each other online. Recently, we started talking again. She's married. She's genuinely a lovely person, easy to talk to, kind, funny. A few days ago, she found out I was coming to her city. She smiled and said, "Let me know when you're here." Maybe she was just being friendly. Maybe she genuinely wants to catch up. I honestly don't know. But bro, that's where the battle begins. Because if I'm being completely honest, there's a part of me that hopes it becomes something more. There's a part of me that thinks, if I get the opportunity, I know exactly what I'll want to do. And saying that out loud actually scares me. Because another part of me wants the complete opposite. I don't want to dishonor God. I don't want to become part of destroying another marriage. I don't want to carry that guilt. I don't want to wake up the next morning knowing I willingly chose something that pulled me further away from Christ. So right now, it honestly feels like there's a war inside me. One part of me is praying, "God, please don't let this happen." The other part keeps imagining the possibility. And that's what made me realize something. The biggest battle isn't next week. The biggest battle is happening right now. It's happening in my mind, in my imagination, in the little conversations I'm having with myself. Because temptation almost never begins when the opportunity arrives. It begins long before that. It begins with the stories we tell ourselves, the scenarios we replay in our heads, the possibilities we quietly entertain. And the more we entertain them, the more normal they begin to feel. I've also noticed something else. Part of me keeps hoping God will simply remove the desire, that I'll wake up one morning and suddenly this battle won't exist anymore. But maybe that's not how God usually works. Maybe He's teaching me something deeper. Maybe He's teaching me that holiness isn't the absence of temptation. It's choosing Him while temptation is standing right in front of me. And bro, I won't pretend that's easy, because it's not. There are moments where the temptation feels so real that it almost feels inevitable, like I've already made up my mind. And in those moments, I don't need another motivational speech. I need Jesus. I need His strength. Because I've learned something over these past few months. The closer I get to Christ, the more I realize how weak I actually am. Not stronger, weaker. And strangely, that's given me hope. Because if I finally admit that I can't win this on my own, maybe I'll stop trying to fight it on my own. Maybe that's where God's strength really begins. So bro, I'm sharing this with you because I never want this channel to become a place where I only tell stories after everything worked out. Real life doesn't happen that way. Real faith doesn't happen that way. Sometimes we're still in the middle of the battle. Sometimes we don't know how the story ends yet. And that's where I am today. So if you're watching this, I genuinely appreciate your prayers. Not because I'm stronger than you, not because I'm weaker than you, but because we're brothers trying to follow Jesus together. And if you're fighting your own battle right now, whether anyone knows about it or not, I want you to know this. You're not fighting alone. I'll be praying for you. And if you think of me over the next week, pray that when the opportunity comes, my love for Christ will be greater than my desire for sin. Because at the end of the day, that's the man I want God to make me become. Not a man who never faces temptation, but a man who chooses Jesus when he does.